gets to pretty much confront Magneto, right? And so pretty much what happens, they start doing this stuff. Tell him over there. And Talon's actually doing a pretty good job, and then freaking Magneto actually bluffs the freak in. He uses his metal powers, and he's just like, here, take Magneto, right, who we come to learn is actually named Infinity. That's a tough name. I've returned. The setting is a little bit different because of the my powers. Anyways, they've led me to this destination. You are watching a Nonsese judgment, and that's where I rate the anime show cartoonsies that I watch on a scale of 1 to 7, and then you give it a 7 or a 1 at the end of the video. The Legend of HEI. That is the subject of our topic today. Get off the garden. No. I explained it before. It's a recycling bin. Green for recycle, black for garbage.
Beg your pardon?
It's not like a racial thing. It's just like I'm gonna get off now. But before we get into like the meats and grits, the of the freaking like the show, the anime, fix your head for me real quick. Thank you. I'm just gonna go through a brief backstory of the mess and see if I can remember what the frick's going on. So without further ado, let's go. Begin. You already know what's going on. We start off in a story where like it's actually Chinese donghua anime. I don't know what you call a anime or something like that. We start off in a story where we're in the forest, right? And there's a little creature like a little cat. He's kind of chill. That's HEI. You know what I'm saying? He's HEI, right? So he's prancing around over the forest. You know what I'm saying? Looking neat. You know? That's pretty much HEI. He's chilling in the forest, and then out of nowhere, the ground just starts tumbling underneath him. We're like, what the heck's going on? I don't know what's going on. Why are you asking me? Oh, because I watched it? Okay, my fault. I'm gonna get back to it. The ground's falling underneath him. Oh my gosh, HEI, no! HEI, he's running around! Oh my gosh, I gotta save myself because the ground's falling and I don't know what the frick is happening, right? We see that it's actually an excavator. And they're ruining the forest because like that's like the plot of every animal that's just chilling in its domain. Deforestation, money, timber. And that's what's going on. I don't know why it took like 30 seconds to explain that. Anyways, HEI gotta relocate. He's not a fan of that. But HEI gotta go to the big city now because his home's now gone. He's just trying to chill and have a good time at home, right? So he's running around trying to escape, doing his thing, and he's living in the freaking city now. And now, from what I remember, he is now like, he's running away from like these like a bunch of scoundrels, look like a bunch of thugs, a bunch of teenagers that are up to no good. They need a skate park. Did you know that there's a statistic for I forgot where I saw it, but it's like they close out the skate park and then like crime rose up and then they open it back up and then the crime shot back down. Whatnot.
Shot back down. Does that make any sense?
They're coming around. They look kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. Can I get like a little? There it is. So they're kind of around HEI, right? And they're holding something like that, but like their faces are expressionless. So that's how I know something's different because no kid's gonna just be like, they're gonna be like, or freaking. Something stupid, right? HEI gotta run away from these little. The freak is this? Anyways, HEI gotta run away from these freaking like these lunatics, these thugs. So he's running away, hits the corner on them, hit a skirt on them, get the freaking ankles broke. You wanna get a zoom up on that? Kind of like, right? Ankles cooked, right? But then he turns the corner and then it's just it's a dead end. Oh no! What the frick is HEI gonna do? So now the thugs are just freaking like kicking him out, boom, right? And he's like, I don't got time for this. HEI goes into like his evolved form, like a bear mode, but like a big cat mode. So it's not really a bear. It's like a mix of a bear and a big cat because he's just big. But that doesn't do anything because they're like I don't even know what the freak they are, to be honest. I dummy don't know. Oh no! Our good friend Stormin! You gonna see as the story continues how much storm. Look at the freaking hands. That's what I get for like touching like a burnt, decayed someone saves his freaking life, and then he brings him along to like the secret escape for the spirits. right? And so we get introduced to like our whole new cast, a whole new family. We have Stormend, we got Icy Boy, we got like, I forgot what his name was. I want to say his name was like Fire Tiger or something like that. Something with Tiger in it. And then there's this other dip, but I forget. Icy Boy, Stormend. So now we can see that we're all like grouped up and we're all like having the same thing. And then Hei's like, oh my goodness, you guys are just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my home was stripped away from me, but you guys are kind of like my new family now because you saved my life and stuff. Continuing on, we're actually introduced to one of the coolest scenes in the entire movie, and that's Magneto versus freaking Tai Lung. And that mess kind of start crazy, right? Tai Lung's running away. We're like, who the freak is chasing this nigga? And then there's like some like tiny things where we don't know what it is yet, but they're just flying. And so Tai Lung, he's like running, right? He's like, ding, right? Block, running away, right? And he's doing a good job. He's like, he's from building to building, from like city to skyscraper. It's crazy, right? It gets tight. Look, we see who the freak's sending the freaking shilling thingies from the freaking sky, and it's Magneto. And so now freaking Tai Lung can't run away anymore, so he has to confront Magneto. Damn. So he has to pretty much confront Magneto, right? And so pretty much what happens, they start doing this stuff. Tai Lung's over there. Right? And Tai Lung's actually doing a pretty good job, but then freaking Magneto actually blocks the freak in. He uses his metal power, and he's just like, hey, Ting, he's not cool enough. You're not good enough. I'm a metal major, and you're just a freaking a cat with a freaking fire flames, and you're not cool like that. Mind you, he doesn't just kill him. He says this. Hit this on the head like 3 times with like a metal bucket or something like that. That's a crazy way to go out, I'm not gonna lie. So he's freaking wrapped up, tied up, tangled up, and Jesus, that's my time. Because the AC wants to kick in, so I'd say let's just relocate just with that. And as I was saying, that's our first introduction to Magneto. Magneto's gonna be very important for the story, so you're gonna have to remember that, okay? You're gonna have to catch up. I don't remember what freaking happened next. Oh yes, no, I do remember what happened next. Yeah, Hei was sleeping, and then he's woken up to the sound of like fighting. He's like, running around the trees, racing around the trees. What the freak's happening? Where's Stormend? He reaches up to these jits, and all I see is like Icy Boy. Well, I think his name's Icy Man or something like that. I don't know what I called it. He pretty much he's throwing icicles and stuff. Freaking Stormend's throwing his plants, I guess. Fire Toad, nigga. Tiger is throwing fire. Magneto. So now someone's like, you nigga, little nigga, hey, you got to get the freak out of here, nigga. This nigga here to kill him. That's pretty much what he said, right? So he's like, yo, run, we can't beat this. So they're like, look, the freaking Magneto shows how much freaking more powerful he is than these bunch of rascals, bro. He's making the metal come up from like a ball to like a really fine line and like a freaking long freaking strong line. He's zipping the forest, just freaking clearing the forest out with like a one piece of mingy dingy fork type of metal. They're running away, trying their best. Stormend stays behind these, trying to like, you gotta run, Hei. Hei wants to be a freaking idiot, like always. One back, I don't need to save Stormend. I want to save Stormend. So we transform into his big bear mode. He's ready to go fight freaking Magneto. You do not see what the freak Magneto did? You couldn't even fight a bunch of thugs. Why would you even think about going back and wasting everybody's hard-earned effort like that? In any case, he goes back trying to freaking do stuff. What do you think happened? Gerald? What do you think happened? Gerald and freaking Jordan and Cecile and Samantha? What do you think happened? Tell me. Exactly. This nigga got freaking conked out, bro. On his freaking head skull and then dead. And they were like, oh my god, we have to go back and go save this nigga, right? So they're like, we see him and we're trying to, they're like escaping.
Is this nigga serious?
But not before Magneto gets a hold on Hei, and then they transport into like the portal thing, and then they leave Hei behind. So now Magneto got freaking Hei. And Hei cooked as a bug, boy. They figure out that they're on an island, Hei and Magneto. Damn, it is getting freaking hotter than a bug in Florida. Let me hurry up. They figure out that they're on the island, right? And then we're like, okay, how do we get off? Hei obviously don't like Magneto because Magneto attacked freaking Hei and friends. And so he's like, yo, freak away from me. I don't freaking like you. Freaking Magneto's already on his freaking mission to get off the freaking island. He cut down some trees and made like a little log raft, get some food, ready to freaking head out of there, right? He already surveyed the entire island and realized that it's far away from freaking home, and they're already on their journey, right? There's a power system in this world called I forget, and there's different types of classes for each person who wields the power in that show. So it could either be metal, it could be earth, it could be clay, it could be forest, or you can actually, it's just like, it's a wide variety. You can even copy powers, but that's later down in the freaking story. A tsunami, a storm comes, and so Infinity got to lock the freak in. He creates this like space with, I don't know how it freaking worked. It was like they created like a space. And then we learn that like you can create spaces in your mind, and then you can kind of like create a save point out of nowhere, and you can have stuff in that world, and you're pretty much the god of that world. It's kind of like I would say like a domain expansion, but it's just like you literally have freedom to create, control, do whatever you want in that separate space that you create. So for Infinity explains that to Hei. Hei's like, but you gotta be careful because they can see it's like oh, life based. It's like energy based. So too much you die, too little you can't do it. Stormend and Hei are on their journey on the freaking ocean on the powers, and Magneto comes to the realization that Hei is a metal class. Like, and mind you, middle classes are so rare in that mess that Magneto, right, who we come to learn is actually named Infinity. That's a tough name. So they're on their path. Infinity is like, okay, let me see if I can teach this little nigga if I can get him to kind of use the power, right? So they're on the boat, and they're still trying to get to the mainland. And so Hei's starting to kind of develop his skills a little bit while on the freaking trip, and it's kind of tough, you know? They reach the mainland, right? And we can see that, like, after a little bit of time, Hei and Infinity are, like, not close and stuff, but it's starting to open up to them as they continue on to their journey, right? Infinity is, like, they're kind of with Hei, even though Hei still kind of hates this nigga. He's kind of opening up, and he's like, yo, they're eating food. They're kind of doing the thing. They're meeting new people, kind of, like, meeting the natives. I say natives like they're freaking, like, monkey mode. Why did I do that when I said monkey? What were you thinking when I said monkey? They had nothing to do with me. Anyways, he's like, he's with the, what is it called? Like Bureau of Spiritual Policage, kind of, where we gotta keep certain spirits, because that's what they are. They gotta keep certain spirits in check. So that's why he was actually sent to go get Stormend in the first place, right? And he's like, what the fuck you doing? Leave me alone. Stormend's a good guy. Stormend's chill. Yeah, they meet Infinity's crew, not crew, but like compatriots, workmates, kind of co-workers. I don't know why I frame it like that, but oh my god, it's hotter than a bug, bro. Okay, relocation again. This is nice, actually. This feels good. The sun's not in my face anymore. Black Infinity is not the villain that we've seen him as before. Like, what he does is because spirits start to get out of line, start to get out of check, and because of this, we have to create safety measures for keeping those kind of like ragged spirits in check that are kind of trying to harm people. You know, like, you don't want to use the powers to harm people or hurt people or destroy anything. And that's pretty much what we do. That's what Stormend and Co. were kind of doing, right? And so we're like, Stormend, you know, I'm like, Stormend, oh Stormend, you're supposed to be the ghost Stormend, but you little evil bastard Stormend. Pretty much. The first thing that we see is Stormend and Co. like, they're on the train, right? And then Stormend and family sabotage that train, laying like bombs and stuff and trying to derail it. They're fighting Infinity as well at the same time. So Infinity is kind of locking in. Metal power. While fighting Stormend and Co. simultaneously while trying to save him. You know, because he knows that Stormend is kind of a little cheeky bastard. But Hei doesn't understand that because he thinks that Stormend is the ghost Stormend. Stormend. They take Hei. You know what I'm saying? Like they capture him.
Gotcha, bitch.